morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages around the world, men, women, and children. Good morning to everybody. That's from my heart. And I say it every time that I start because it's what I truly believe and what I truly want. The world may not want that for me, but I want it for the world, and you viewers that support me should want this as well. You know, because there's only one bang, big bang, not one big bang and then another big bang for, you know, one group. It's not like that. There was no multiple bang. So we all come from one common person. And today, or one common entity. So today, topic, click like, subscribe, share, a lot of stuff on the playlist and some updates. If you noticed, as of yesterday, I haven't put any more of my videos onto Facebook. So there's less people that are watching because Facebook made up 86% of my viewers. But a while back I was going through hacking, and we've all gone through it, and you know, just things that didn't make it kind of weird, and I think it has a lot to do sometimes with some of the things that you say on these channels. So I'm going away from Facebook. I've always been loyal to YouTube. I think that YouTube is an area where, you know, people more or less, when they know when they're coming on YouTube, you know, they know that they're coming for, you know, information. You know, you got the gossip like Facebook, but it's more so informative, the how-tos and advice and things like that, self-help, a lot of stuff you're not getting on, you know, other social mediums. Not to take anything away from them, but, you know, I've said it over and over, YouTube is my format, and I'm going to live and I'm going to, you know, go with until they end YouTube, that's where I'm loyal to. So today's topic is based on internal racism. We talk a lot about you know, racism, one race towards another, but today I'm going to point out internal racism, something that you're not, you know, most people aren't familiar with. In order for things to change, you have to understand some of the things that are going on, and sometimes the greater racism is with internal. So first foremost, my condolences to the people in Massachusetts who, you know, went through the mass shooting, you know, yesterday. And this is why, you know, I came with this video today, because, you know, one thing that we're all overlooking is no one deserves to take a life. No one deserves that right, you know, because no one is judge and jury. And, you know, we're seeing all too often where, you know, these things happen. The first thing and the first question someone says is, well, what did the person do? And that is so bad. That's like, you know, adding wood into a fire. It doesn't matter what a person does. You know, everyone has the right to change their lives. And this is something that, you know, we've become judge and jury over what another person or what another people should go through. And I want to come away from the incident in Boston. Condolences to the woman, condolences to the young man who lost their lives and their families, and all the people that are in Massachusetts, as well as all over the world where these things are happening. They're happening in record numbers. So, what I want to talk about today is I'm going to go on two races of people with internal racism. So, how these things are done. Well, if anyone is aware of Kwame Brown is a former basketball player who now he has a voice, but he has a platform, and the platform that Kwame Brown has is taken off, and hundreds of thousands of people have begun to follow him. But what is happening with him internally, instead of saying, hey, you know, the people are coming because of this man's message, what it is that you have other black people who are taking his picture, using his picture as clickbait to lure people away from, his format. They're moving and pulling people away from what his message is to capitalize from his message. And these are black people. And this can be compared to Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King lost his life, instead of the Martin Luther King's message being carried on, you had people like Jesse Jackson. You had people like Al Sharpton. You can go on to all the leaders that you see today. They all took what he put together, and they stole the people that he had united for their own political and profitable gain. And they're still making profit today. So I want to make this quick because it's hot out and everybody stay hydrated. The sun it's just coming up here, but it's going to get a lot hotter, and we're going to experience this over the summer. Global warming is real. So what I want to leave you with is the day that the people went into the White House, they stormed the White House, and condolences, which I said condolences before, to the family of the fallen officer. This wasn't two different races of people who killed this officer. They were the same race. And, so there is an internal thing that if you don't believe what we believe, then you will be cast out. And it's again, it allows people to be judge, jury, and it doesn't matter if it's internal. So when we think that racism is always going to be one color against other color, there's different variations to racism. There's internal racism, but there's a racism that you never, you might look at in a different way. And again, these are all condolences to the people that are in Florida. Now, when we look at the structure and the collapse of the structure, we don't think of that as racism. But in any civil lawsuit, the one point that the lawyer is pointing out is a disregard for human life. And those are also used in the same thing as a hate crime. So what that is to say a disregard for human life, even though in that structure there were people made up of all different races, all different nationalities. The people who owned that property did not care about what was going on. They received notice that this was falling apart. They received notice that there was rot inside the metals and inside the concrete, as well as bridges. You can take bridges where people drive over bridges every day, and then all of a sudden, Lord forbid that this doesn't happen, the bridge collapsed. These are all different nationalities, all different colors, all different races that could have the possibility of losing life. But we never look at that as a form of racism. But racism, when they get inside of a courtroom, their first point and the hardest point they argue is a disregard for human life. So when we play word games and we manipulate words, then we allow things to happen instead of fact checking and understand and putting importance back into words, because words matter. So again, to go back to what happened in Washington, the person said, hey, I'm neutral, this is my job, I might feel the same way as you do, but this is my job. I can't let you in. I can't let you go any farther. So now you become an enemy within a race. You become a traitor to your race. And so these things are happening all within. And these are walls and these are barriers that stop people, good people, from speaking up to say, hey, I don't believe what you believe. I don't condone what it is that you do because of the backlash. So, try to do the one thing that's good, which is be open-minded. And, to the good gentleman who knows who I'm talking about, ended up being a Mason. So I was able to educate, well, not me, but we were able to educate one another. And good brother, I believe in you. You are, you're doing good things. And, that I believe that, like you said, you do things without being seen. And that's the way, we all should do. Do the little things and not want to be put in the limelight for it to say, hey, look at what I'm doing. I'm the new savior. No one's a savior. Each individual that is on the face of this planet is its own savior, because we can all do the little things to bring things together, because we all gather together to tear things apart. So we have to change that narrative. And I'm not going to get long because I want you to retain what is said inside this video today. So for the good brother as well as the good people that I've encountered today, this morning, able to have, short dialogues, wishing them well. I wish you all around the world, all people, all races, all colors, men, women, children, around the world, may you have the best day. Have an awesome day. And remember, love is easier than hate. So with that, everyone, peace and blessings. And thank the people who are listening.